Wow. This has been a crazy ride.
Crazy. It's been a whole month.
So
over a month.
Yeah. This has been really great for us. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it also. So today we're drinking a Cabernet. Something a little bit more fancy because payday. So we actually can afford to get something that's not a $7 bottle of wine.
Yeah.
But
we're more dignified. We went up to $15.
Yes, exactly. Gotta get that $15 bottle of wine. Today our theme is
strange occurrences.
Okay. I feel like we kind of made it that I go first.
Yeah. Did you want to go over like how your week has been going?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Today, or not today, but a couple days ago was my boyfriend's birthday, so that is exciting.
Mm-hmm.
He just turned 21. Yes, I'm a cradle robber. So he got to drink. So
Yay.
He doesn't really like to drink, but he can drink now. Yeah.
Now he can drink wine with us and join us on the podcast.
Right. I don't know if he wants to do the podcast, but we'll see how he feels about it once he listens to more of us.
It's my friend's anniversary with my best friend.
Oh.
In a few days. So
friend's anniversary.
Yeah. So me and Vivian she'll probably be on one of our episodes. She has a lot of paranormal experiences. And ghosts. So we'll probably have her on.
Let's do a paranormal episode. Yeah. I think that would be so fun. And there's a lot of different, like, you can put your theories on.
It's so interesting.
Why there's ghosts or different stories. And yeah, I think that would be really cool.
All right, so you want to get into it?
Yeah. Did you want to talk about your week or?
That was it. I'm having a friend anniversary with my best friend. Yep, that's it. Work's going good. It's finally nice outside. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Fun stuff. I want to get into our strange occurrences.
So, mine, I am not 100% sure how I say it.
Okay.
It's the Dyatlov Pass Incident. It's Dyatlov. Dyatlov Pass.
Dyatlov?
Dyatlov Pass?
Dyatlov?
Dyatlov.
It's
German.
German.
No. It's French.
French?
It's Russian.
Russian?
It's Russian.
Let's just try to say it in each of the different accents.
I know, but it sounds so German.
Dyatlov.
Dyatlov.
Oh, that sounded right.
Dyatlov.
What is that? That
was German. I said it in German.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I apologize in advance for people that know how to say it. I'll try my best. All right. On February 2nd, 1959, 9 skiers were discovered dead on a mountain in Russia. Ooh. The mountain, Sayaki. Sayaki.
That sounds Chinese. Okay, sorry, go on. Everyone hates us already.
I'm gonna butcher all the names. I'm sorry, I'm American.
We can't talk. We're Midwestern.
So, Sayaki literally translates to dead mountain.
And they all died.
And they died on this mountain.
Oh my gosh, that's terrifying.
Yeah. Just wait.
No.
These skiers were students from a local college hiking to Gora Otorten. On their way to the mountain, only They were only 7 miles away from getting there, but then a snowstorm came in, so they set up camp. By the next morning, they were dead. Bum, bum, bum.
But, like, was it just really cold? Like, why did they die?
I will get into it.
Oh, no.
This is known as the Dyatlov Pass Incident. Igor Dyatlov was the leader of the expedition and who this case is named after. The first thought when the bodies were found was the skiers died from hypothermia. But later evidence points to suspicious activity.
Strange occurrences. Crazy stuff.
Yes. All belongings were found in the tent, with the tent slashed from the inside.
What? Like with a knife?
Like it looks like some it was like slashed
like claw marks
like
or something.
Some sort of animal or something.
Oh my gosh. That's terrifying.
The first two bodies were two men. The only thing they were dressed in was their underwear, and they were found on the edge of the woods, almost a mile away from where the tent was.
Oh my god. How the hell did they get that far away?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh,
all right.
This is crazy. I'm already like sucked in. I have never heard this one, and I'm really excited.
It gets way better.
Ah!
The next three were two men and a woman found between the woods and the tent. So they were like a half a mile in between both. Their positions were indicating that they were trying to return to the tent, which is very weird.
So they left and were coming back?
Yes, but the thing is none of the people that they found, none of them had shoes on. And most had, were missing their clothes. Which a lot of people think, if it was hypothermia, that it could get to the point where their clothes got wet, and they were so cold from their clothes that they took them off.
Yeah.
Yep. 2 months after the first five bodies were found, the other four were discovered in the forest ravine not too far from the first set of bodies that were found. They had extreme head trauma, crushed bones. Not all of them were wearing their shoes. And
what is up with the shoes thing? That's so weird.
Because why would you? It's in the snow. Why
would you not wear shoes?
Yes. And
that's
one
crazy.
of the deceased was missing their tongue. Yeah. The investigation became classified, which has led to some speculate what happened to the campers and why is the information not public.
Aliens!
Aliens are favorites. Or spies. But I don't think aliens? Spies, maybe. Yeah. Alright. So there has been eyewitnesses on the night of their supposed death saying they saw fire in the sky around the time of the incident.
Ooh, this is like the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, I was writing it and I was thinking about the Bermuda Triangle when I wrote it. So
like a meteor or like some weird alien thing.
They didn't see a meteor.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? They would see well, okay. I'll get into where that could help us out later. So it has thought, some people believe that it was like a Soviet missile or like a rocket that caused sound waves that either made the campers delirious and not know, like, if it was too intense for their ears, they could have gone crazy, like ripping the tent and trying to run away without thinking of their clothes. That's just like one theory.
That's insane.
So most theorists have speculated that it may be caused from an avalanche.
Okay.
An animal attack.
So, it had to be a pretty big animal, though.
Well, yeah, but...
and how would an animal just bite out one person's tongue and then steal everyone's shoes?
No, they think, the reason they weren't wearing shoes is because they were, too scared, so they ran away.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
But they don't know,
yeah.
how many shoes they brought with them.
The animal was in the tent, got into
the whole
tent.
time. It was invisible.
The whole time. It was invisible.
It was an alien.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Well,
it was an alien.
It might be.
Animal.
It could be government activity, such as the KGB, or aliens.
Aliens.
Ooh.
That's my favorite.
So I'm going to go into the specifics of the theories. The first theory I'm going to go into is an avalanche. An avalanche may explain the strange happenings. The snow may have pushed on the tent, causing it to rip from the inside. If it's pushing, it could, the pressure could make it
pop,
rip.
Yeah.
In a way that made it look like claw marks.
Seems unlikely.
And a large amount of snow could cause head trauma. And there could be a point where the girl was running and she ran over, but all the snow came on her and she bit her tongue. And then when the snow melted, it could have been her tongue just not washed away, but moved around and then some animal ate it or something. That's one of the theories, because that is the most creepy part of all of this.
I hate tongues. Freaks me out.
When we were in high school, me and Kelley and one of our friends, we have there's this guy we went to school with that had a huge tongue. So we would call ourselves the Tongue Issue Society.
So,
because
it wasn't inappropriate, but now that I'm thinking about it, it probably was.
No, but it was who? He's probably one of the lizard people. We'll talk about that on a different episode.
Yeah, the lizard people. Oh my god. It just reminds me of Halloween Town, the second one, when the mom's boyfriend is a frog, and he keeps on doing his tongue things. Yeah. That's creepy.
And then a fly keeps buzzing around him, and then he eats it. Oh!
Icky.
I'm glad our parents are with people, so we don't have to worry about.
Yeah. Please don't marry a frog.
Nope.
Or a lizard
don't
person.
Do that. So, an animal attack. They think that an animal came upon them.
Like a werewolf?
Sure.
That would be way cooler. Was it a full moon? Do you know? I think it was a werewolf.
Okay, so what
I've decided.
One of my other theories that I didn't get into, that these kind of go together, is that it is a yeti. And the crazy theory is that a yeti came for them, which doesn't make sense since they were just killed and left, but there are rumors of seeing a yeti in the area.
Oh. It's the same idea of Bigfoot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, just a frozen Bigfoot.
Frozen Bigfoot!
Can you just picture Bigfoot singing, "Let it go, let it go"? Okay, so...
And then he gets the sparkly dress at the end of the song.
And then he's like, oh yeah, I killed all those people.
Frozen spinoff. Frozen. The Yeti.
Yes. And then he's like, oh yeah, those 9 people in the Dyatlov Pass Incident? Yeah.
And then lost,
my heart is full of ice.
And they were like, look, we've been impaled. Oh.
I ate the tongue. Okay.
Oh.
Alright. So there's government activity. A theory is a government conspiracy that they were experimenting with a missile, sound waves, or the skiers came into something that they weren't supposed to.
So they saw something that they weren't supposed to see?
That there has been theories that they were building a missile on the side of the mountain, the other side of the mountain.
Yeah.
And they believed that they might have saw that they were getting too close. So then they decided to make it look suspicious.
Don't you think that if the government wanted to kill people, that they would do it in like a more like
clean cut way?
Clean cut way, yeah. Like not so mysterious where people have conspiracies. Like what couldn't you see them just making them disappear or like setting it up to look like?
Yeah, but that's what makes me think the sound waves is probably, if it was government, like the sound waves, but not that the government meant to do it on purpose.
Yeah.
That they were doing something in that area, and those sound waves either created an avalanche, which that kind of like goes together, or the sound was so high pitched that they couldn't handle it, and they had to like leave really fast. And then the last theory I have is aliens.
Aliens! This is my favorite.
I know. During the 1950s, there was an increase in alien sightings, which also goes with my last episode with Area 51.
If you haven't listened to it, go listen to us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher.
We know things.
All the things.
All the things. And then has led to some believe they were attacked by alien forces.
They ate their tongue.
The tongue could have been missing because it may have been the aliens trying to like uncover different parts of the body. So it could be that they had abducted them.
They don't know what shoes are, so they took off their shoes to research.
You are really concerned about their shoes.
I am. Whenever I even walk outside without shoes, like, it's painful. So how would you be able to walk, like, an entire mile without shoes? Like, that's just, I couldn't do it.
When I was in elementary school, some kids stole my shoes in the winter.
Oh.
So I had to walk around outside without shoes.
That's so sad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was a rough childhood.
I'm not going to say their name because people we know might. Alright. Anyways, they may have been experimenting on the humans, and then they're like, nah, we're good.
And then they not like these human earthlings.
They just drop them back down. And while they're experimenting, they took her tongue.
These tongues are weird. We do not want to look at their shoes.
The most interesting fact, and I save this for the last because I think this is the most craziest thing that some of this can explain. You know, some of this can be explained in different ways. There was high levels of radiation on the campers' bodies.
On their bodies?
And people that have been abducted by aliens have traces of radiation.
Ooh. So it's either, like, honestly, like, what I'm thinking, it's either something with the government with radiation or the aliens.
But, I mean, you know, they have, like, other stuff in Russia with the... You know what I'm talking about? Nope? Okay. Well, like, just different experiments that they could have been having that could have caused radiation. Nuclear. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that wigs me out more than anything else.
It's so crazy.
It's like, that just proves to me that it must be like something. Yeah.
Did they, like, is it still, like, a cold case, or did they...
So, they stated that the official record says hypothermia.
Oh, yeah.
But all of the documents for the case are classified.
Oh, so you can't see them.
Yeah. So that could play into the government conspiracy.
And, like, you have to think, too, like, Russia
is not open, like,
it's not. They're not going to tell, like, the U.S. all this secret information.
Right. Yeah. So,
the
Dyatlov Pass Incident, which is my favorite story
so
ever.
Interesting. And there's so many, like, different things that it could be, which makes it, like, really cool.
Like, you're like, oh, they, like, left the cabin, they left their camp without shoes. You're like, oh, okay, they got scared by something. but all these other things that happen to them, it's kind of like,
it makes it weird.
How does this make sense together?
Yeah.
Like, there's no shoes, there's no tongue,
Yep.
there's, like, slashes in the campsite, like...
So, speaking of strange occurrences and weird things happening to people, so I'm talking about the Roanoke colony. So, a lot of people, this has become a lot more famous, the Roanoke, because American Horror Story actually did a season on Roanoke.
Is it like it at all? Because I just feel like American Horror Story makes everything way more intense than it actually is.
So the Roanoke it's set in the present day.
Okay.
And then this happened in 1587. So it's kind of the American Horror Story. I haven't watched all of it, but I have a general idea of what it is. But weird things start happening in the same place in the present day.
Oh, okay.
So the Roanoke colony is located in, it's an island off of North Carolina, and many people were doing expeditions at this time in the 1580s, coming over to America and discovering the New World. So the first people to land on Roanoke Island vanished completely.
Where were they coming from?
It was from Europe.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, so it was everyone from Europe. So all of the Europeans were doing all these
expeditions,
different expeditions
to America.
So the first one, that they never found them. So the first group of colonists that actually successfully made it onto the island and actually made it a home, that was in July 1587. So this is actually, fun fact, the first European American child was born there. And her last name was Dare, which is actually, I believe that Dare County is now the name of Roanoke Island, which is kind of cool.
That is
because that was her last name. I believe her name was Margaret, but or Virginia, I can't remember. One of those old-timey names.
Just pick one.
I didn't write it down. Margaret, Virginia, Dare. Actually, White Dare, because her grandpa was John White. His daughter had the first American child. So John White was the governor of Roanoke. Basically, they showed up on the island, like all the white colonists, and were like,
"This is ours.
I'm the governor now." Basically. So they didn't have a lot of supplies. So John White volunteered. He's like, I'm gonna go back home to Europe for a little bit. I'm gonna get some supplies and I'm gonna come back. So he leaves with some people with him. I believe he also had a few Native Americans with him that they were on good terms with.
Okay.
Because there was neighboring nations and little islands and stuff that they had met Native Americans. There was some fighting, but not really anything major when they first landed. Or when they first got there. So, when John White was on his way, it actually took him 3 years to return. Because there was actually a war going on at that time, and so he wasn't able to get all the supplies he needed to go.
Wow.
To come back. So, he was gone for 3 years from his family.
Oh, bye, guys. Going on vacation. Back 3 years
gone for
later.
3 years. So,
oh my gosh.
He finally gets back home after 3 years. He shows up at Roanoke, and everyone is gone. There's absolutely no one there. There is no evidence of a struggle. No evidence of bones or anyone being attacked. No evidence whatsoever. The only thing that they find is the word Croatoan in a tree, carved into a tree. So everything was abandoned. There was no bodies, no evidence, no struggling whatsoever. If anyone doesn't know what Croatoan is It was actually a neighboring island named Croatoan, a Native American island. So one of the theories was that they moved to Croatoan. And
that makes sense.
That's why they wrote in the tree.
Like, if I'm leaving somewhere and I need to leave a note for my boyfriend, I just write grocery store, leave it on the counter. Like, he would.
But, it's weird because, the weird part is that he's like, if something happens while I'm gone, draw a cross into the tree so I know that something happened to you guys.
Oh.
But they didn't draw a cross. It just said Croatoan in the tree. Which is weird.
They're like, he said to draw a cross. But also, do you think he's gonna know what we mean? Maybe we should just write Croatoan in it.
Yeah, maybe he'll know that we're going to Croatoan Island. So, like I said, there was no bodies or evidence found. So still to this day, there was no mass grave found. There's some evidence, and I'll get into it, but not really anything concrete. So, it's completely unsolved. We don't know what happened. So the theories. The first one was pretty obvious. So they moved to Croatoan Island. They relocated, and they peacefully joined the community.
Oh, that sounds like a fairy tale book.
Yeah.
Happy, joy, joy.
Yeah, the white people and the Native Americans.
So basically, Pocahontas, which is a fake movie. Yeah.
So the only evidence they found of European people in that area, they did find a gold ring while they were looking at the Croatoan area. But that's the only thing that they found, and that doesn't seem like very much. They also didn't find mass graves there either, which is weird. So a lot of their ancestors would be gray-eyed people. So in 2007, a large group of people claimed to be the ancestors of the lost Roanoke colony. The government was like, okay, we're gonna look into this. They did DNA testing, but so far everyone that has been tested hasn't been a match for ancestors. So they're thinking that they killed all the men in the village maybe, and then the women and children kept, and they started living together and having ancestors and all that. So the next theory is that they were murdered by the Native Americans. So like I said, there's no evidence of this. They did have some issues with them, but nothing really major that made it seem like they would just come and just murder all their people.
But if they didn't
have no evidence.
If they didn't have their leader around, then I could see oh, they don't have a leader. This is the perfect time to
go
and strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get them.
Eat them. Okay, so another theory is that they moved inland. So there's actually a secret map that they found, which is really creepy and cool. So they mapped the entire island and a little bit of the inland area. And then when they were looking at the map, researchers, it was 20 years ago or something, they were looking at the map and they found that there was places that were patched up, because maps at that time were really hard to make, and they didn't want to keep on having to do them over and over again, so they patched up places where they messed up. So they had patched up, it was almost like a star or a fort shape, a little bit inland. So they're thinking maybe they resettled there.
Oh.
But it was John White's map, so I don't understand why he would lie about that.
Yeah. He was trying to protect his family?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, and I didn't say anything before, but when he didn't find anyone, he tried to sail to Croatoan, but he couldn't make it because there was a bunch of storms. So he just went back to Europe. Just bailed. Bye. Because part of that theory is if they did move inland, they might have been spies. Or I don't know what. But maybe they had some sort of like secret fort or something there. But again, there's not enough evidence for this theory.
What if he sold his family to the Native American people? Like, sold all the people, and then he's like, oh, I'm gonna take 3 years, and then he comes back.
What if he just murdered everyone?
Oh, then where are their bodies?
In the ocean? I don't know.
I mean, that would make sense, but that's horrible.
Maybe they just, like, went somewhere else. But they didn't have a boat. Like, they left all of their entire colony, like, their settlements and their food and stuff, and, like, that, they just left it there. Like, it looked like they just completely vanished. Which goes into our next theory.
Aliens.
Because we love alien stories.
Oh my gosh, yes!
So, this theory, which is probably the one that I like the best and I think is the creepiest, is that it was an alien abduction. So aliens came and, like I said, the first people that tried to explore there, like, people kept on vanishing. So they're thinking that it was some sort of, that area was some sort of, like, alien abduction area. So the aliens came, took all of them, and that's why they completely disappeared.
Well, it's like that Bermuda Triangle with the alien theory. Like, not a lot of people are around, so it's a perfect place for aliens to take them.
Yep.
So if this is just an island and it's just them there,
it's
aliens
like
just come and sweep you up.
Yeah, it's like the perfect scenario for aliens. They're like, oh, look, those people over there.
Get them.
Yeah, get them. And so,
why are they testing alien ancestors to see if they have DNA that matches people from Roanoke?
They're actually aliens.
I will fund this research.
What they're covering up in Area 51. Didn't you know?
I like how everything we talk about just tends to, like, connect with everything else.
Like, all of our conspiracies involve aliens. So one other thing, there was, so the 3 years that John White was gone, looking at weather patterns, from places in that area and such, they realized that there was a huge drought at that time. So they're thinking that this is one of the other weird theories. There may have been signs of cannibalism.
No, there would be bones.
Right, yeah, I know, it's weird. But they were thinking that maybe, like, they didn't have supplies, it was a drought for 3 years, and they started eating each other. But part of this might be a zombie plague.
What?
So,
oh my gosh.
Because there are signs of cannibalism, they think that maybe there was some sort of zombie outbreak because it was on the island, like it was completely wiped out.
Oh my gosh.
And so it died out on the island, so everyone was zombies.
So this could be real. Zombie apocalypse could be real.
Yeah, but
it could have actually already happened.
Yeah, but we don't know because everyone just disappeared.
Yeah, but that means there's a potential to get it again.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
gosh. No.
Alright.
So that's all the theories I have, but it's very relevant in pop culture. They've used it in Supernatural. There's a Croatoan virus. But also I have a few more like weird coincidences where Croatoan shows up. Because like with American Horror Story, like it's very like paranormal. So people are thinking it's some sort of like curse or weird thing that happens. Amelia Earhart, one of the ones we talked about before, in one of her journals, the word Croatoan was found on one of the pages. And she disappeared. So,
oh my gosh.
In 1888, one of these guys. I'm not sure. I didn't write his name down. But he was in jail. He completely disappeared from his cell. And written in blood on the wall was Croatoan.
Oh my god.
And
do not write it anywhere. You better rip up your notes.
Oh my gosh. And then in 1921, there was a ship that was crashed. And on one of the pages of the books, like the first page of the book, it had written Croatoan on it.
Oh my gosh. The thing is that that just might be coincidences.
Yeah. But it's still creepy
and
weird. And then finally, Edgar Allan Poe, like, you know how he was going crazy. Like, right before he died, he kept on saying Croatoan. It's so creepy. Yeah.
Oh,
that's that. It was so weird.
I can't.
I feel like creeped out after this.
I feel like
I need to like.
It's like when you say Beetlejuice 3 times.
Or like Bloody Mary.
Yeah. Oh I have such a bad feeling.
It's like bad energy. Like talking about this.
The bad juju. Oh my god.
I feel like I'm gonna I need to go watch like a Disney movie or something to not be so creeped out right now.
Oh my gosh. It's like in middle of the day and me and Kelley are here together and I still feel creeped out.
It's still creepy.
Yeah. Wait until next week when we talk about our ghost stories, maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that super early in the morning, and we're gonna have to take a break in between and watch funny clips from The Office or something.
Yeah, just to get us in a better mood. Okay. Kelley, where can they find us?
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Twin Theories Pod. Find our website, www.twintheoriespodcast.com. Find us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spreaker, and soon iHeartRadio and Spotify.
Yay.
Yep.
We're twins.
And these are our theories. Weird shit. Our theme is weird. Weird stuff.
Weird occurrences.